On today's episode, we're going to talk about taxes, American taxes. April 15th is fast approaching and Americans all over the world are frantically trying to get everything finished on time. And today I'm here with a resounding endorsement to help with that, as well as a promotional code. So stay tuned to learn more. Hello, Liebelings. I'm Madi, science fiction and fantasy author who's been living in southern Germany since 2014. Today, we're going to talk about American taxes. If you're unaware, the US and Eritrea are the only countries in the world that tax their citizens based on their global income rather than their country of residence. It's a pain in the butt, not going to lie, but I have teamed up with the company MyExpatTaxes with a promotion, and I really can't recommend these folks enough. But before we get started, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. Here on Adventures of Lamadi, we talk about writing, living abroad, and everything in between. Like I said before, Americans all over the world are expected to file their taxes with Uncle Sam. For the most part, it's for informational purposes only. Most likely, expats aren't going to get double taxed or owe the U.S. taxes because of the FEIE, Foreign Earned Income Exclusion, and the FTC, which is the Foreign Tax Credit, which are benefits that prevent double taxation. Growing up, we Americans always knew certain important dates throughout the year. July 4th, Independence Day. January 28th, Martin Luther King Day. June 19th, Juneteenth or Emancipation Day. November 26th, Lincoln's birthday. That's just Indiana. And of course, April 15th, Tax Day. May 17th is the new U.S. tax payment deadline, but only if expats owe U.S. taxes. The typical April 15th deadline has been moved due to the Rona. Expats actually get an automatic 2-month extension to file their returns. This means expats can file their U.S. tax returns as late as June 15th every year. However, last year, due to the Rona, this date was actually changed to July 15th. If you find that you need more time to file U.S. taxes, you can file a free extension on MyExpatTaxes before June 15th in order to file for the October 15th deadline. U.S. expats only need to file their U.S. taxes if they reach the following filing thresholds. If you're single and make $12,400, or if you're married filing jointly, it is $24,800. If you're married filing separately, it's $5. As in, if you're making $5, then you have to file your taxes. Anyway, quick note on married filing separately. This status only applies if you are married to a non-U.S. spouse who doesn't want to be on your tax returns. Additionally, it also applies if you are not living with them at the end of 2020 due to separation or divorce. And also, if you have a qualifying dependent, you may qualify as head of household. Now, head of household threshold is $18,650, and qualifying widower is $24,800. I say dollars, which means you have to convert like the money in the country you're living in to dollars to see if you hit that threshold. It's also really important to check your monthly bank account statements, because if you, as a U.S. expat, have had over $10,000 total from foreign financial accounts at one time during the year, you need to file an FBAR, which is the Foreign Bank Account Report, which is included in MyExpatTaxes software. And you also have to make sure, like I said, to convert it from the money in the country you're living in to US dollars. So $10,000 is about $8,484.28. Did I say dollars? I meant euros. FYI. Once you become tax compliant as an expat, you can receive your stimulus checks. That's right, folks. These checks are not limited to Americans in the US. So I haven't done a promotional episode before. MyExpatTaxes is actually not the first company to approach me about a collaboration, but they are the first that I have accepted because they have a product that I have used before and I absolutely endorse. So quick story time. By the end of this upcoming May, I will have lived in Germany for about 7 years. Well, exactly 7 years. The first 4 years, I had my parents' accountant do my American taxes while my husband took care of our German ones. In case you are wondering, in Germany, we do file jointly, but for the US, I file separately because my husband is not American, nor is he a green card holder, so therefore Uncle Sam has no right to his tax information. After those 4 years, my accountant flaked on me, leaving me to have to figure out how to do my taxes on my own. I talked to another one of my American friends who does her taxes, and with her help, I was able to do it, but it took me 2 hours of like crazy amount of stress because I worked very slowly and I was so terrified I would get it wrong because, yeah. And then, of course, about like 5 minutes after putting my taxes in the mail, I realized I didn't sign one of the last papers on my tax form. But it's okay, because they sent me the form back and asked me to just, quickly sign it and send it back. And since there were no other comments, I think it's safe to say that at least I didn't screw up my 2018 taxes. So fast forward again to last year. And I actually found this an episode from Aspen Abroad where she talked about a company called MyExpatTaxes. And then almost like 5 seconds later, I listened to a podcast from the Expat cast where there's also an episode concerning the same company, and I will admit I was intrigued. I then used them for my 2019 taxes, and I was so pleased with how easy the process was. Like, I consider myself to be one of those with the complicated tax bit because I have investments in the States. I have my German income from my normal job, and then last year was the 2019 was also the first year that I had claimed income as a writer, and I was worried about how all of that was going, to make my taxes complicated, but they weren't. In fact, all of that took me barely an hour to finish everything, and it was so easy, and the price was affordable. Especially if you want to do it yourself. You're a do-it-yourselfer like myself. So when they approached me about a collaboration for this year, I immediately jumped at the chance. Regardless of whether or not I had been approached or not, I'm using my expat taxes again. That's without a doubt. But with this collaboration, I can also extend a code to you lovely people. Use the code LAMARI for a 10% discount on filing your taxes. I also have a referral code in the description box below. So, quick word from our sponsor. MyExpatTaxes is the most trusted and reliable U.S. tax software for expats. It was made by an expat for expats. This software provides an all-in-one platform for all your American abroad tax needs, whether it's catching up on U.S. taxes, having never filed before, or if you believe you have a complicated case. MyExpatTaxes does it all. They really do. They offer human support mixed with a comprehensive interface for an affordable price. The do-it-yourself tax filing is only $180. MyExpatTaxes is top rated on Facebook, Google, and Trustpilot, and was recently awarded as the best leading tax software for expats by Yahoo Finance. They have quite the credentials, and after having used their software personally even before being approached for collaboration, I am personally very pleased with the ease of the whole process and their product. I absolutely recommend MyExpatTaxes to my fellow Americans. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. It lets me and YouTube know that you like this kind of content and you want to see more. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions or if there's a certain topic you'd like to see on this channel. If you want fun escapism, my space fantasy The God Queen is available in ebook, paperback, and hardback, and the sequel, The Last Imperator, is also available for pre-order. Also, if you have pre-ordered, don't forget to sign up for the TLI pre-sale giveaway. If you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get the first 6 chapters of The God Queen, as well as the prequel short story, The Knight and the Goddess, so sign on up. Also, if you have read any of my work, or the work of your favorite author, please leave a review. They really help us authors out, and it's free to do so. And don't forget to connect with me on social media, whether it is through Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And that's it. Until next time, adi!